is Late Night with Blue and White. Tonight on the show, we have a great show for you. Probably the best top 10 list that I've ever heard in all the years that I've been doing this. And also on the show, we've got two very special guests. We have Dr. Jerry Mattingly via satellite, and we also have Osama bin Laden, everybody. Yes, very exciting news. And later on in the show, we have a brand new segment for you called How Well Do You Know Your JBC Handbook, where we ask students different questions about the handbook to see how they respond. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't want chicken that's got a suntan from the heat lamp that's been sitting under for an hour. You got your salad, and you got your corn dog, but that's just so old school. I want a tasty burger, something cooked. I wouldn't mind scanning my card twice. Having a blue tray used to mean something, but who cares anymore? I want to go where the girls are, and they just don't hang out there. Maybe if the girls hung out there, I would go there more often. Yeah, I would.
It's how the last place you'd go for dinner just became the first. Only at the cafeteria.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's time for the top 10 list. Tonight's list is the top 10 ways to get a Miller Scott date. The number 10 way is to wear a t-shirt that says Ungaged. Number 9, wear an old prom dress to class, and if anyone tells you that you look nice, say thanks. Want to go to the Miller Scott together? And number 8, start asking a year in advance. Always a good idea. Number 7, play the guitar in the lobby of the girls' dorm to make the women flock to you. Sometimes works. Number 6, ask, do you want to go to the Miller Scott? Number 5, auction yourself off during the announcement time at chapel. Number 4, tell them it's God's will that we go to the Miller Scott together. Number 3, get on WJBC The Net and beg for a date. Number 2, well, I was going with someone really hot, but I'll settle for you. And the number 1 way to get a date to the Miller Scott is convince someone that if they go with you, they will get Christian service hours. Well, that was our top 10 list, ladies and gentlemen. And so next year at the Miller Scott, if you don't have a date, it's your own fault because we told you how to get one. And now with us on the show, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Osama bin Laden. And we're going to surprise Dr. Mattingly via satellite. We're going to get him online. And he doesn't know that Osama's in the studio with us tonight, so keep quiet about Osama until we break the ice with him. I think we have him online now. Dr. Mattingly, are you there?
Hey, Nick. How are you?
Fine. Good to hear from you. How's things going over there in the Middle East?
Our last day we had a little trouble because we didn't have a lot of information on our tribes. We've been working on the Kenite tribe, the Hittite tribe, and the Mosquitobite tribe. And we haven't got a lot of information on those, but this one we've got a lot of artifacts from the Mosquitobite tribe. The artifacts are in relatively good condition, and we're just itching with anticipation to get them back to the lab so we can check them out and learn more about them.
Now, I understand that you've had some dealings with some of the people over there in the Middle East, some of the Al-Qaeda even?
Well, we were digging along, and I guess we were digging a little bit too much and got a little carried away, and we actually dug through and fell into a cave. And I guess it was used by the Al-Qaeda. We weren't too sure at the time, and like over in the corner we saw this little Arab guy hunkering down. I guess he was more scared than we were, because I guess all these Americans falling in through the roof and mouthing off, I guess it scared him, and he kind of a mutual scare there. But we actually figured it out through the translator that he was actually part of the Al-Qaeda, but he didn't want in it anymore. He was actually wanting out of the whole thing. So everything turned out pretty good.
Well, we have a surprise for you, Dr. Mattingly. On the show tonight, we have with us Osama bin Laden.
Are you serious?
Yep, right. He's right here.
Hey, Osama, how's it going?
It's going very well, good doctor. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you enjoying your stay in the States?
I love it here. Thank you so much for making it possible for me to come.
Well, it was my pleasure.
Now, Osama, I understand that you have a job over here. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And Dr. Mattingly, I understand that you're the one that helped him get this job. Is that right?
That's true. We were able to get him out on a flight pretty soon after we found him, and we were actually able to fly him in and get him a job really quick at Walmart, working at the Little Debbie counter.
Now, I'm curious, how in the world did you guys get a green card for an Al-Qaeda operative here in the U.S. and get a job for him at Walmart?
We might want to skip over the green card part. We haven't quite got to that part
What
yet.
is a green card?
Never mind, that's not important. We did have a little trouble getting him at Walmart, but we were able to pull some strings, work some things out, and it really turned out to be a pretty easy deal.
I have to ask you, when you work at Walmart, is this the typical attire that you wear to Walmart?
Well, at first they told me no, because it is ethnic or something like this. But because it's blue and Walmart's blue, they said it was all right, you know. That's
Makes
great.
sense,
I was so
naturally.
happy.
I understand that you work at the Little Debbie counter at Walmart.
That's right.
What do you do there?
Well, I unwrap the Little Debbies and I throw them at all the customers that walk by. They love it.
And Walmart pays you to throw Little Debbie cakes at the customers.
Only on Saturday.
Really? You have to work on Saturdays?
I have to work every Saturday.
Oh, that stinks.
I hate it.
Saturdays, man, I love sleeping in on Saturdays.
That's all right, though, because I get to sleep in on every other day of the week.
Yeah, well, that's good. Now, aside from Walmart, what else do you do here in the U.S.?
Well, one of the things that Dr. Mattingly had suggested to me was to get involved with the student body at Johnson Bible College.
Has that worked out well for you, or?
It's been so simple. He has asked them all to come and visit me at Walmart or something. I see them all the time.
Actually, I didn't ask them to. They always just assume to congregate there.
Oh, how wonderful.
It's good. And I understand that you're taking some course on dating or relationships or something.
They've got me on a 12-step program now on how to marry an American woman in less than 6 months.
Really?
Yes.
Is that working for you?
That is working wonderfully.
So you have several prospects already lined out, or are you eliminating them, narrowing them down?
I feel like The Bachelor.
Really?
Yes. They are knocking at my door. I have to shake them off a stick. Is that how you say
You mean beat them off with a stick?
Shake them off with a stick. That's what it is, yes.
Very good. How far through the program are you?
I just finished step 5, which was the Miller-Scott banquet.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
That's a big step, too, isn't it?
That was a very big step.
What do you think of the Miller-Scott?
It was wonderful. I was so exciting, marvelous.
Now, Dr. Mattingly, are you the one that got him onto this program with the 6-month marriage thing?
No, actually, I told him to stay away from the women.
Really?
Yeah, especially that Holy Circle thing. Don't let them rope you in.
Have you been on the Holy Circle?
I don't know of a Holy Circle, but I think I read something about step 9 or 10 with Holy Circle.
Yeah. We do have a Holy Circle here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Dr. Mattingly, that's all the time that we have right now on the show. We want to thank you for being with us. And if you want to say anything to Osama before you go.
Well, thank you very much, Nick, and it's been great talking to you, Osama. I'm glad things are going well for you.
Thank you so much, good doctor. Have fun digging.
All right, thank you. You all take care.
And coming up next on our show, we have a brand new segment called How Well Do You Know Your JBC Handbook? We've sent out Chris and Kevin to interview some people and ask some questions. And let's have a look.
Hey, this is Kevin Cherry. We're here with a new segment of the show called How Well Do You Know Your JBC Handbook? And we're here with Carrie Cook, and we're going to ask her a few questions about the JBC Student Handbook. What sport is specifically forbidden on JBC campus?
Well, that would be on page 93. It's figure skating. Mud wrestling.
She says mud wrestling.
I haven't played sports since 1977. I couldn't tell you.
What?
Water polo?
Water polo, that's a good guess.
Dancing.
Dancing's a sport?
It can be, I guess.
Okay.
Gambling.
Gambling.
is forbidden according to one of the female RAs?
Paintball.
Paintball, huh?
How about skinny dipping? Is that a sport?
I guess if you want to get into semantic argument, it could be.
I'd have to say fly fishing. Fly fishing? Isn't there a class next semester with Steve Smith? There might be.
Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming. Is that your final answer?
Boxing.
How do you know this?
Because we got in trouble for it last year, and they put it in the handbook this year.
Is food or drink allowed to be carried inside the gym?
No.
No? What makes you say that?
Because there are a bunch of slobs that go here, and I'm always cleaning up after them.
Okay.
Did you ever see food and drink in the gymnasiums?
Yes.
Now, is that allowed according to the handbook?
Yes.
You think it's allowed?
Well, they give pizza out at the couch.
That's a very interesting point you make there. But according to the JVC handbook, it is not allowed.
Well, I take it in there.
I do too.
Well, I hope so.
Why?
Because I get awfully hungry. It's a long hour for chapel. Get a snack.
Oh, you take it in the chapel?
The rule is that you're not allowed to have haircuts that are considered extreme. But we're just wondering, what is an extreme haircut?
Camaro cut, ape drape, Kentucky waterfall, your standard eagle's nest, permulets. Sloppy Sams aren't cool.
Yeah, the mullet is quite extreme. I'd have to agree.
Bowl cuts, mullets, the Rastafarian hair.
That would be called dreadlocks.
Whatever.
Mullet should be on there.
I agree. Mullet should be on there.
An amendment to the...
Well, my friend Howie last year, he got in trouble for his haircut because he cut it into the exact replica of a bald man's haircut. I mean, just a guy with a receding hairline.
Shaving your head bald would be extreme.
What's the one exception to the hands-off policy at Compass?
You can have a goodnight kiss, but no tongue.
A good night kiss, but no tongue.
Hands off! Hands off! Unless you're holding hands.
Playing footsie.
Playing footsie. What kind of dancing, if any, are Johnson students allowed to take part in?
Folk dancing.
Do you know what folk dancing is?
Like square dancing.
Can you show us some folk dancing? Please?
I'm not very nimble.
It's a raise the roof juke.
So we're going back to the juking.
Is it breakdancing?
No. But
Man,
you're allowed to folk dance all you want.
Folk dance?
Well, who really wants to do that anyway?
Well, it's good to know that we have so many conscientious students on campus and that we all know our JBC handbook so well. That's all the time that we have for the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Osama, I want to thank you for being on the show with us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you again sometime. And tune in tomorrow night, same time, same place for Late Night with Blue and White.